Hello, YouTube. Welcome, family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome if you are new. Welcome back if you're not new. And thank you for joining me on this day. Today is March 28th. The time is 4:10 p.m. Um, yeah, well, 4:11 p.m. So, anyway, without further ado, let's jump right into this video. Ladies, so you say you want to be married again, or you're thinking about it, or you're contemplating. Yeah. Yeah. Sounds kind of foreign sometimes when I say it, because I myself, I do want to be married again. However, I've been somewhat, I'm not going to say struggling with the idea of wanting to be married again, because I was married before, and it has nothing to do with who I was married to in my past. The reason why I'm skeptical is because, look, I said it before, and I'm pretty sure you know too, and men, this is not to put you down at all by far. I want y'all to be better. I want all of us to be better so we can be better together, So it's not just the men that are that need to do work. We both need to do work, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so let me first say that sometimes when we think that we have it all together, women, as far as meeting the man you want to marry or coming and encounter with the man you want to marry, sometimes we still got work to do. And that work never stops. It never stops. It never ends. Even being married, that's an everyday thing. That's an everyday work. That's another job. That's another whole nother entity. And it's okay. It's okay to keep working on yourself. And even if you don't want to be married, still work on yourself. It makes me feel good, and you'll be proud of yourself for doing so. So what I have learned in the process of possibly wanting to be married again, I always work on myself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you have to, if you want to stay sane in this world, in this day and time, you got to work on yourself. That may look like you just planting your feet on the floor every day, because sometimes when people go through depression, it's hard to even get out of the bed, let alone let your feet touch the floor. Have I been depressed before? I have. I didn't know that's what it was. Oh my God, I did not know what it was, and that was the most uncomfortable thing. The most worst thing that you could ever feel. Knowing something is going on with you and you don't know what it is. I didn't know that's what that was. I just thought I was having bad days. But when I found out it was depression, oh, it really got heavy. It really got heavy. And so, like I said, just getting out of bed alone is, you've conquered an entire day. An entire day you've conquered if you get out of bed. Yeah, it's hard. Depression is hard. So when I found out that I was depressed, I had to find ways to soothe how I was feeling. I had to find ways to put my mental space in a safe place, because it can get tricky. Depression wants you to, the enemy especially wants to watch you lay in bed, mope around, soak in what you're feeling. It doesn't want you to do anything. Depression doesn't want you to get better. You have to want you to get better. So in those things that I am doing for myself, as far as wanting to prepare myself to be better, so when I do meet the man that I'm going to marry, that I'm going to be good. Did I say I'm going to be perfect? You're not going to be perfect. But you'll know more about yourself. You'll know more about how to deal with those things that you're dealing with. You'll know more and more how to deal with your day. Because every day is not going to be the same. There's going to be some good ones. There's going to be some bad ones. There's going to be some ones that feels like you're a mouse on a wheel and it does not stop. There's going to be some days where you feel like you're on a roller coaster. But guess what? Those days, you will learn how to handle them better. You will, because I did. Not saying that we have to learn the same way to deal with what we go through and what we've been through. We don't. But I'm just sharing how I dealt with it. As far as the depression, I would go to the track to walk. The fresh air alone just takes your mental space to a whole nother place, and it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you've taken medicine, but it's just fresh air. You're moving your body. You're moving your limbs. You're inhaling fresh air. You're exhaling the toxic. You're inhaling the good. So that's one of the things that I used to do as well. I would go to the gym and get on the treadmill or whatever I needed to do on that day or whatever I decided to do, and just do a workout. I haven't gone to the gym in maybe like 2 months. I have not. And I'm going to get back in there. You watch. Because I'm going to take you with me. I'm going to take you with me in the gym. I like going. I do. Yeah, I like it. I was about to say something else, but I'll save that for another video. Another thing that I do regarding depression is write. Let me grab one of my journals here. I will grab this one. I write a lot. I have been journaling for years, too many years to count. God, it started when I was young. I've always liked to write. I always liked to doodle. And there was a point in my life when I was really young, growing up, when I used to get mad with my mom for things that I felt like she did, or because I was the baby that I was hurt by. I would get in her car. I would go get in her car and write her a letter and tell her how I was feeling. I did. So I've been journaling since I was 6, 7 years old. So this is one of my journals right here, and I named this journal Hey Girl Hey. This is the one that I use to check in with myself and let her know how I'm feeling. Right here, I let her know how I'm feeling. So just writing makes me feel better, Yeah. These are some of the pages, and these pages here, I type and I print them if my hand is hurting on a particular day. So I'll tape them into here. I insert them into here. But yeah, writing, I love writing because it takes me to a whole other place. In any book, or look, write on a piece of paper if you don't have a composition book, if you don't have a journal. Write, start. It helps. You can put on that piece of paper anything that you want to because it's your paper. It's how you're feeling. There's nobody that can judge what you write here. And and you know what? That's another way I got closer to God. I got closer to God that way. And oh my goodness, there is not a time in my day that I can't go to him in any shape, form, or fashion. Writing is one of the ways I do it. Just sitting and talking to him is one of the ways that I do it. When I'm on the track walking, when I go, I talk to him when I'm on the track. What else? In my car, I talk to him in my car. I had to build a relationship with him. And it's just like no other relationship that I've ever been in. You may not believe this. And I did stress to you, and I can't stress it enough. I would never make up anything on any of the videos that I post. During my relationship, the building of my relationship with God, yeah, I still went through things, and I still hurt. Because when you're growing in God, just like when somebody's pulling your skin, it hurts. So when he's stretching you, it hurts. But it's the lessons that you learn while he's stretching you, while you are growing. Yeah, it hurts. So my relationship with him is how I found out who I was, how I learned about who I was, who I found out through what my purpose was. He was how I found out about my purpose. That's how I found out about myself. The relationship with him. People can tell you, oh, you can be this, or you can be that, or you look like you could be this, or you might look like you could fit in this space, or they might see those things in you, and that's okay. But until God tells you who you are and what he wants you to do, what you can do, that's the only thing that matters. That is the only thing that matters. So, yeah. Depression doesn't feel good. So, if you know that you are possibly depressed, please get some help for it. Talk to somebody. Look, there's 1-800 numbers that you can call and talk to somebody, and they don't know who you are. It's the help that you're looking for. Nobody can judge you. Nobody can judge you. We all have things that we go through. We may go through them differently. We may go through them the same. But if there's depression or anxiety, there needs to be help somewhere. That's the only way that's going to help. Self-medicating doesn't help it, because it's still going to be there. It's still going to be there. So back to the part about helping yourself if you're wanting to be married again, maybe in a relationship too. I feel like they go hand in hand, because sometimes people can be in a relationship for years and years and it seems like a marriage. So they both have to be worked on. My stepdad and my mom had been together almost all my life, and it was like a common law marriage. When he passed away, he left everything to my mom. So again, it was like they were married. Yeah. So yeah. Another thing, one of the biggest things that I am doing, and I feel like we all should, if we can, is build our credit. Work on that credit. Work on paying those people back that we had a credit card and we didn't pay it back, but we wanted the items that we used the card for. I've done that. Oh gosh, I did that. Look, let me tell you the first time I did it, and it's so funny. When I was about 20, 21, those credit cards were coming through the mail like woodwork. And me being young, I loved clothes. I still do. I love clothes. I love shoes. I loved everything about being a female, a pretty female at that. So I went and shopped. I went and did what I wanted to do with those cards. And when it was time to pay them, I paid them according to how I wanted to pay them, or I didn't pay them at all. And they hurt my credit at that age. I didn't know. I really wasn't savvy on what credit was. Those are the things that they don't teach you in school, and I didn't learn them from my upbringing. I didn't. So I had to learn the hard way about credit. Yeah, those were the good old days. I still got shoes for days. I still got clothes for days. But now I'm talking about about the credit part. Yeah. When I got paid and it was time to pay those credit cards, I was like, shoot, whatever. But today is a different day. I have grown tremendously, and these are some things that I had to pass on to my daughter and to my kids. And whether they do what I share with them or not, it's totally on them. They have their own journeys. Even though as a parent, sometimes we don't think they have their own journey. They do. Oh, and that's another hard thing. It's hard letting your kids go. It is. I don't think we ever really let them go? I don't think so. But We have to, because they don't belong to us. God just let us borrow these kids. And I'm glad he let me borrow the 2 that I have, because they have my grandbabies. Oh my God, they can get all the money that I got, you know. But yeah, working on your credit, working on yourself, working on your mental health, working on becoming a better you for you first, not just to be married, but working on being a better person for you is the goal. Create you a vision board for yourself. I also did that. I would show it to you, but you know, some of those things on a vision journal, you know, it's supposed to be for you and your eyes. But maybe one day I will show you how I created mine and how I did mine. Because the vision journal, I mean, the vision board is one thing. And I was taught by a young lady how to create a vision journal. That was new to me, and I had so much fun doing it. And I'm telling you, you're talking about a cure for depression. Look, oh my God, it could all be so simple. I just got so excited about this. It could all be so simple. We always make things harder than what it is, and it does not have to be. When this lady taught me how to do a vision journal, let me tell you, some of what I was feeling went away as I was pasting those pictures into my vision journal. They just did. It worked for me. And that's the thing about being depressed or having anxiety. You have to do what works for you, and you won't know until you try it. You just have to keep trying and trying and trying, you know, and it doesn't matter how long it takes you. But just do it. You have to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. So one day, like I said, I will show you how I started my vision journal and how I was taught, and my vision board. I'll do a new one. I'll do a new one with you. I'll start it, because it takes some time, you know. Sometimes you may not can put everything on there at one time. You want to pace yourself. You want to be intentional about what you put on your vision board. Don't just put something on there because I had to teach my daughter that. Be intentional what you're putting on your vision board, and just like being intentional with what you pray for. Because honey, when you pray for something, God will give it to you just to show you that he can and he will, and that was not what you wanted. So you have to be intentional about those things that you want to come to fruition in your life. I'm telling you this because this is how I had to learn. I learned this way. So I'm giving you how I learned. And I don't know if I'm doing a good job. I don't know. But I'm trying here, okay? So working on your credit, working on yourself, and, you know, getting in shape. I need to get back in the gym. Now, let me say this. I love being thick. I'm a thick woman. I'm a Southern girl. And I don't want to be skinny. I will say this. Back before I didn't know any better years ago when I was young, I wanted to be skinny. I wanted to be skinny because I thought, and it was, that's how the world made it seem like you had to be skinny. You know, and I wanted to be that. But I struggled with that. I couldn't be skinny. I wasn't meant to be skinny. I know that now today. Yeah, I'm a Southern girl. I love to cook. I cook, but I don't eat. I don't eat it. I eat. Just give me a sandwich. Give me a really good, simple sandwich. I don't have to have fries, no drink, no nothing. I drink coffee. I won't drink later. But what I'm saying is, I love to cook for the love of cooking. Not because I love to eat. How I still am this thick, I don't know. Maybe it's menopause. Maybe it's premenopause. Another video for another day. Yeah, I do need to get back in the gym. But I will one day. I will. But in any event, that's one of those things that we need to do for ourselves and not somebody else. So when we meet this man that's going to propose to us, we'll be ready. Now, I'm going to say this before I get off. Being married is one thing, but staying married is a whole nother thing. Anybody can get married. which is why I'm skeptical about being married, is because it is something that you have to work on every day. And I want to make sure I got the person, that I'm blessed with the person that want to work on this marriage every day. Even when you're exhausted and tired and you don't want to, I want the person that wants to work on the marriage. That's the person I want. So I'm going to end this video, and I hope that there is some kind of nuggets that you could pick up from this video or what have you. Yeah. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. But wait, subscribe to this video before you end, okay? And I'll see you in the next one. I love you. Bye-bye.